Well, good morning and welcome to the Seneca County Board of Commissioner meeting. Today is Thursday, December 21st. It's 10 a.m. This is our regular board session, and we'll open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, bow our heads just for a quick prayer. Dear God, thank you for bringing us together here in Seneca County. Thank you for Ohio, the United States of America, for our freedoms. We ask that you bless and help all the unfortunate in our communities, and that you protect our troops and overseas and home here. And please look over this meeting, that we make good decisions that benefit our community and our county. Amen. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Here.
Commissioner Schlepp is absent. Commissioner Frankert?
Here. Okay, so then at this point, I'll accept the motion to approve the digital audio recording of our prior board meeting way back last Thursday on December 14th.
So moved.
I'll second that. Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. So we're going to, first thing on the agenda, we're going to go into an executive session. It should not take very long. We do anticipate action coming out of this executive session. It's 10:03, so I'll make a motion that we adjourn and go into executive session for the consideration of purchase of property.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and second. Roll call?
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. We'll be back momentarily. Thank you. 8, and I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Prankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes. So, I'd like to open up a discussion among us about the ag building. That's a general statement. It's no secret, the building that we house the USDA, Conservation, Ohio State Extension, it's an old building, costs a lot of money to operate. John, do you agree that that's the number 1, 2, and 3 worst building that we own? So we've been discussing the possibility, or not the possibility, but we've been discussing how can we get out of that building and get into another building. It's complicated because we have to deal with leases, and we had initial estimates that were $4.5, $5 million. As it turns out, that wasn't even for the proper amount of square footage that we now think we need. So with that, I'll let you speak a little bit on kind of where we're at with this whole situation.
Sure. So through the process of looking around, so we actually found a building that's in the vicinity of here, pretty local. It's over in Hopewell Township. It's on 320 Barb
Yes.
Nelson Street.
Yes.
So it'll be the former Advertiser Tribune
You
building.
know where that is?
Well, it still the Advertiser Tribune building, but
Yeah.
it's not wrong.
Yeah, so that's what, so I guess I will, it's actually larger than what we've even looked about building, and as we're starting to work through the process here, that we'll need to do some work inside of it, but I think for the, being conservative on the fiscal end of it, I think by the time we purchase the building and, do some updates to it, we're gonna be far from, $4.5, $5 million building with more space and stuff in it. And so on the one level, it'll be, you won't have to worry about stairs and elevators
It
and
looks like we can move a lot
quicker on, getting
too.
something done
So
there.
you're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with where the building is. I'll have to do a drive-by.
Drive by, right, yes, yeah, so I guess I move, we go ahead and purchase, and enter an option to purchase the building on 320 on Nelson Street for $950,000.
Okay, and I'll second that motion, so we can have a little discussion. Barb, put you on the spot, you've been involved in this process?
What would you like to
I
know?
don't know, do you have anything to say?
I guess
Before we
just,
vote.
I guess it's just gonna be, a better option. It's more suitable than, we originally had thought. We're gonna build it to, qualifications of USDA for a lease. And we're gonna house soil and water and the OSU. So I think it's a perfect option right now.
It's a great building, really. So the motion is that we have an option, so we have some time to do our due diligence, and then we can exercise our option to buy the building for $950,000. And what our plans are is to move everything from that building into there and basically tear down that other building. So we have a first and a second. Any more discussion on this? Commissioner Franker will take the lead on this. We kind of divide, and we only have one commissioner talking at a time, so Bill will run with Barb on working with the lease, working directly with the USDA. They have really strict guidelines. We will obviously honor all that, and looking forward to you having a little fun with this.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody, like I say, OSU, so, we're all gonna be working together through prints and, stuff with this too, so it's not like, you guys be part of the team
Yeah,
on
there'll
this, so.
be, there's a lot to go yet, so.
I'm not familiar with the location. What's the parking situation, Bill?
Very
Awesome.
good, it's awesome.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
large parking lot.
Yeah,
Great
definitely,
parking, great
parking, yeah.
everything. It-
Yeah,
No poles in the building, it's a steel span building, brick, it's nice. We'll have to bring it up to date.
Or acreage or beside.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
5
Yes.
acres.
there's, yeah, 4 or 5 acres potential,
Is there the ability to have a conference room?
Absolutely.
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 They're gonna love it.
Yeah,
There already is one there.
Yeah.
yeah, So, yeah, that's.
So more to
that's
come.
actually-
We'll keep everybody informed as we move
Great.
with it, right?
Yeah,
Exciting.
definitely.
We, yeah.
You could go fishing on your noon hour too then.
Yeah,
If you wanna go out and look, you could just go in the front door, it's open.
Oh, it's open, okay.
Yeah.
You tell them why you're there, you know.
So we're excited. We have a first and a second. Let's, roll call.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes. So, next on the agenda are the commissioner reports. Let you go first,
Oh,
Commissioner.
Very good. So, yeah, last week and even into this week, we've been working on budgets and crunching numbers and we work together and then we leave and Barb's here burning a midnight oil, kind of, working through what we've discussed and stuff on that. So I want to give Barb kudos for, fortunately enough, with her experience at the auditor's office, bring it to this office has been phenomenal on working through the budget here. So, appreciate the time and stuff on that you've dedicated
you.
to getting this done and with that. So, last Thursday, we were at the Township Association meeting for the county township over to the Chandelier here in town and had a nice event, pretty good turnout from all the trustees. It's always good to hear what's happening outside in the community, townships and stuff on that. So it's always a bunch of great guys and fiscal officers, it's always good to see them and catch up on that. So last Friday, Saturday, on behalf of commissioners, I was ringing the bell for the Salvation Army out to Bassett's IGA, so that was nice. Actually caught 2 pretty good days to do that, so sunshine.
was it cold and the rain, the
You
snow?
tell people come in, they say, boy, you got, because I've done it before in the sleet and everything. I said, oh, just the way it worked
Yeah.
out. So we're good. And I tell you, we're blessed in the community. I tell you, a lot of people, changed, some bucks and stuff they put in there, but what a great organization, a great support for our community on that. And I really enjoyed doing that. On it. And then Saturday night, we actually took a drive through the fairgrounds at the Christmas lights. If anybody hasn't done that yet, I tell you what, we should be proud. That, last year we thought it was good. They really, expanded that this year, and it's really good and stuff on that.
Is
So,
this weekend the last weekend?
this is last weekend. I think they got a Santa Claus coming in, might be flying in here just to hang out there a little bit, so they're staying. So, yeah, so. And then we spent Tuesday for EMS review for the number 2 building, the Southwest, kind of, I guess that getting that ready put out for bid and stuff on that, and went through the final purview of that. And then Wednesday morning went out to Fostoria, did an interview at the radio station with Don Abraham and Renee Smith talking about the grants. Moving the grants over January 1st to FEDC, the Fostoria Economic Development Corporation. So, and then last night went to the TSEP holiday party. Nice event. You guys did a nice job putting it together. Dave Springer with the food was fantastic, and a nice event. Really appreciated that. So, everybody's up this morning.
Any food left?
There wasn't any left. So,
Hey,
but
I took like a tray of cheesecake home. I'm a very happy person. My doctor less so, but.
Thank you. Well, we're going to take action on EMS 2 station here in a second. Another comment on the budget. We talked when Barb became administrator back in May that we were going to really start from scratch with the budget process. And I think any new administrator, new commissioner, this is something that we should do anyhow every once in a while, right? Because normally you just take the budget and you kind of tweak it and you go, but we approached it differently. I want to thank first all the electeds because they were really,
Yeah.
Julie started at the auditor's office, but everybody got everything in early.
yes.
And there's been dialogue, the administrator talks to people, why do you really need these supplies? And what are you doing? And it was didn't you feel like you were
Yeah.
involved and respected? And it was just a nice, good process. John, you came in, we looked at some maintenance stuff, and So I think as commissioners and as citizens, you know, we can feel good that we are informed. Because all we can do is, we have to take time to become informed, then we have to make the best decisions we feel based on the information we have. And so, you may not agree with the decisions, but, you know, one thing we did is we got informed.
Correct.
We went through, we did everything. And so, we will be taking action to approve that budget. And then, our office here, and then Barb, you just stayed extra, I know it was stressful.
Part of the job.
But you did what you had to do.
Yep.
And next year it won't be as
It
bad.
won't be as bad.
And so, you know, I'm feeling really good about it. Just want to, just let everybody know how the process went. Little backdrop before and then we'll get into, this is really my report. Let's talk about the budget. A little backdrop is, and we've said this before, but today we're going to take action. You know, we've had COVID hit, right? And it just changed everything. And dollars came in, COVID dollars, and CARES dollars, and whatever you want to call them, okay? And there's grant dollars, and money's flying around. And sales tax has grown ever since I've been here. Every year, sales tax would go up $500,000 a year, year over year. Budget Commission would certify sales tax, and we'd always go over it. This year, our total sales tax number is going to be about $200,000 less than what we certified,
Correct.
okay? So this will be the first time that, you know, the Budget Commission, and we predicted we're gonna have 12 million in tax, rounded, and we have 200,000 less than that. And you've been in here, everybody's been to our meetings, has seen, you know, we're 30,000 less than we were year over year, or 9,000 less, or 8,000 over. It's just flattened out. Even though prices have gone up, if the sales tax number's going down, then people are buying less things. Okay, so something just, we're not in a panic, we're not in a recession, but we're sure not in a robust, everything's great kind of economy. So we're taking all this into consideration. The county's in good financial shape. You'll see we have money in our budget stabilization fund, 2.1 million. We've got money in capital projects to move forward with the ag building and the EMS buildings and some of the repairs that are necessary. So I think all that's good, but on a day-to-day basis, you know, what do we take in today? What do we spend today? That has to be in line. We can't grab money here and spend it. So we can't spend more than we take in. We have $519,000 more money this year, 2024, to spend than we had in 2023. Accurate statement?
Yes.
Okay. So health insurance went up 100 and fill in the blank. It varies by tenant, depends.
Yeah.
11% went up.
$150,000.
Yeah.
13% went up.
That's our portion, what we pay. Okay, so you take that off the 519, and we haven't even started anything yet. Okay, you got sheriff and judges and raises and utilities and maintenance. So we had, you know, we had to look at stuff. You know, these aren't one-time things. These are everyday money in, money out. We can't commit to anything where we don't have the money. And we've said this 100 times. So as you look at things, and the electeds, for most part, have done a nice job of working with us.
Yes.
They understand what I just said, okay? It's very hard for electeds, for us, for anybody, that it's hard to get good people, it's hard to keep good people, it's hard to pay people, it's hard to, you know, so this is what we have to do. That's our job. So with that, I think we have we'll talk when we get ready to approve it. I think I'm pretty proud of what we're proposing. Give you a lot of credit, give all of us, everybody credit for being transparent and working hard on this thing. But I think we found a good number and a good budget. So that's my report. You're up.
I'm up. Just to allude back to the sales tax, I do have the actual figure that we collected in December of $972,649.19 collected in December would be probably October sales. But yes, it is down $200,000 for the year, short of the estimated revenue. It is actually $31,000 over the previous month, but it's $7,700 short from the previous year.
Yeah, so month over month,
Yeah,
we're down. So the trend, the sales tax trend is flat at best,
Yeah.
and it's actually just kind of just a little bit of a slope down.
so it
Shows.
does show that, we have to, really tighten the shoelaces a little bit and, with our budget next year, because we don't know, if it's slowing down now, it could slow down even more next year, so we're just trying to, be proactive
It's
on that.
over 50% of our budget, sales tax. It was over 50% of the commissioner's budget.
The other thing that I have is I received an email from Amy Hoffman. She is our energy consultant from Palmer Energy. She needs a form signed for AEP to get going with the Village of Bloomville, because they are going to join the county's aggregation program. Just need to have Tony sign a form for that so that we can get them started in our aggregation program. And
That's good.
as far as I'm aware, we will not need a meeting next week. So there will be no meeting next week unless we have, for some unforeseen reason, don't expect to have a commissioners
I
meeting.
see the
next week.
city ended things.
So-
They had their final meeting, right, the city? No?
think so.
I think they did, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, okay.
So
It was a nice article in the paper.
that's all I have, other
Wish I'd
than,
have gone to that.
other than wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, since we won't be here next week. That's all
Nice
I
job.
have.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay. Old business, you just covered it?
Well, the old business, the energy conservation program,
The
our
RFQ?
RFPs that
Okay.
we've been reviewing with the two candidates, Wadsworth and Brewer Garrett, just going over, with them, we sat down with them and went through the proposals. We've requested a little bit more information, and we have meetings set up. Next week, I believe, we're gonna go with Brewer Garrett back through the youth center and JFS, take a look at a couple of things that they wanted to see in order to give us accurate pricing on a few things. And then we'll meet back up with both of those companies again in January, so we can get a better comparison of apples to apples more than anything.
So they've both been here, and they're both coming back.
Yeah.
And,
So, and then I believe
See how
we'll
that
try to
goes.
make a decision by the 1st of February, because lead times are out there for some of the things that we need, boilers, chillers, things like that. So the sooner we get started on the program, the sooner that we can be ready to go and get energy efficiencies.
John, you have to hold on through the winter, buddy. There's no, make sure we have duct tape and Band-Aids.
Cut wood, John, gets it.
Not sure about the Band-Aids, but we do have a lot of duct tape. New chiller, but it's not gonna
It's got a mile an
happen
hour duct
this
tape.
year, yeah. This
Yeah.
winter. All right, let's go into new business. Anything, you want to add anything to that?
No, we're just,
You've been involved in that?
yeah, no,
Pretty,
yeah.
Okay.
yep.
New business, supplemental appropriations. Out of general fund of transfers outline, $2 million. This is gonna go to our capital improvement fund. And then general fund, the COVID-19 detection and mitigation in confinement facilities, returning $100,457.14. This was a grant that the sheriff's office received from our Board of Health. They're just returning the money to us because the grant has ended and they didn't use it. I have the Healthy Aging Grant. Their contract services line for $233,148. This is going to go to the Commission on Aging so that they can help our aging population.
Seems like we've talked about this.
We have, we've talked about it for a long
This is
time, and
just government getting
this is
it.
government getting it done.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
giving them the money so
Understand.
that they can take care of helping our
This is free
aging
money
population.
from the state of Ohio
Mhm.
that goes to the Commission of Aging. It's awesome.
They're gonna take care of this grant for us, and
$233,000.
it has to do with technology and meals, and I believe they might be, they were approved to buy a vehicle, so that they can provide those meals, so,
That's what they asked for. They asked
Yeah,
for that and
yeah.
got the approval.
Mhm.
and-
And
Yep, we
they
just
had
got the
get
approval.
For the vehicle, they did?
yeah, we just
Good.
got the approval, I think it was Tuesday.
Oh, good, because that's what, to
Mhm.
me, it's kind of, I mean, you know, for, you need something to go deliver the meals.
Yeah.
and-
Correct,
And they put a lot
correct.
of miles on those vehicles,
Yes.
and I know it's kind of good, I'm glad.
So, yep, they were able to get that exception for that, so,
In the next
Wonderful.
5 years,
Good.
they will ask for money to buy a drone to deliver meals.
yeah. Drop it right on your porch, yeah.
Mr. Reimoller is gonna come in the front door, and then you open the door and you have food.
I do want to add to that.
That's gonna
I mean,
happen.
When we had 10 days to get this thing turned around.
Yep, absolutely, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
got done.
Renee and Barb
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I mean, Renee from FEDC, they made this thing
It's a
happen.
good point.
So
Yeah,
that
that's-
was.
It was a quick turnaround, and
yeah.
Brian
Nice
did
having-
a
And Brian was-
fantastic job
yes,
with
yes,
getting
yes.
everything together for it.
Exactly, so, great team effort, and, yeah, like I say, that's why I think there's gonna be more and more of that.
Yeah.
You gotta have projects ready, because when they come, they're gonna want it, you know,
Yep.
because I think that's part of their process is, if you're not ready, you're not gonna get it. So I
Yeah.
think that's what,
Yeah.
you know, so.
I will say that a lot of counties in the state of Ohio
They
didn't
weren't
have
ready.
enough time
They
to
didn't
turn it around,
respond.
so they lost out on some money.
Yep.
The next
That's a good point.
The next up app I have is for federal fiscal year '24 IDEP fund, salaries for $279.03 is just a shortfall for the payroll this year. I also have the Help America Vote Act, which is also known as HAVA. It was a grant, this is a grant reimbursement for $5,363. And then soil and water, I have several lines. They are returning money to their fund. Salaries in the amount of $20,000 returned, equipment, $10,000 returned, contract services, $204 returned, travel and expenses, $950 returned, advertising and printing, $950 returned, hospitalization, $4,008.16 returned, the HSA contribution of $1,600 returned, and software license and service line of $767 returned. This is just their year-end cleanup.
Okay, make a motion, we approve the supplemental appropriations as read.
Second?
Any discussion?
No, just, I think, Don, you did a, conservative aspect on the budget there, right?
I try.
Yeah.
I only did it like 6 times.
Sure, so, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I see
You
it.
didn't have, and you didn't have
I
to,
did it more than that, but.
and you didn't have to call me for anything, so,
I called the auditor's office.
there you go.
Make sure my number was right. I'm like, I've done this how many years? I'm
Yep,
pretty sure my number's right.
Yep. Is that, so how long you been in soil and water now, Don? How many years?
Next year will be 27.
27 years of soil and water.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep.
Counting down.
Yep.
And
Oh,
there's a
count down.
conservation district too, so we always kind of lump them in. I skip them sometimes. in
Yeah.
Thinking, but they do a good job. Thank you.
Ready to vote?
Ready to vote? Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Okay, got resolutions.
So if you don't keep me straight, I vote.
All right, here we go. I have resolution, annual appropriations for general fund for the 2024 year, beginning January 1st, 2024, and ending December 31st, 2024.
So moved.
Second, and let's have a little discussion. This is basically approving our budget. That's what this line does for 2024. We've talked a lot. You want to add anything? Maybe raises?
Yeah,
Discussion with that.
We've, included in the budget for all departments, 2% to their salary lines and their Medicare and their OPERS. To do with how they choose, it doesn't have to be across the board, it's just in their budget, they can do whatever they want to do with it, but they are receiving a 2% increase on their salary lines. I will say that it's only it may sound like it's only 2%, but you have to remember that they were given 5% at the beginning of 2023. Our insurance costs have increased. Overall, it was a 13% increase. The county is picking up 11% of that increase, so that we didn't have to pass that on to the employees. So I guess that's...
In my head, my mind was made up 3% raise, and and then the more I looked at it, the more you and I talked, the more you just have to look at everything. That's where we settled in at. And we feel good we can handle that.
I will say that I
think
also...
more than that might have been a little risky, so I'm okay, I'm good with it.
Okay. I also
Yeah.
will let you know
But we
that
had a
I
little discussion there.
did some tweaking of some account lines as well. I took a look at the supplies, contract services, the travel lines. Some people may not receive what they actually asked for, because we do have to kind of watch how we're spending our money, with the sales tax being down. You know, now, we don't know what it's gonna be like next year, so.
And that's what I want to follow up too. I mean, I think with, with what we've done in our office, and that's what I guess I challenge other ones, I mean, we've leaned our office down as far as personnel wise too from the first year. So that's what, I think we need to be conscious of our budget, that, as we talked about, we don't know where sales tax is gonna end up at. And, I think, as things progress here, that it's not gonna be the, kind of got spoiled the last few years with the COVID money flying in and out of here, and I think we're gonna get back to pre-2020, 2019, budgets where things are going to, the reality is going to be sitting in with everybody with what's going on there. It's not that we don't appreciate our employees, but there's only so much, in the coffer we can, sustain with. We appreciate everybody that's there, but, just kind of a pivotal point right now, so, again.
Good. So in
we all-
summary, the budget is, the expenses that are part of our budget are less than what our income is. So we're approving a budget that's,
I can give you that total number for general fund is
Go ahead.
$21,177,146.40 is what the expense budget is, and
would you
the,
go ahead and repeat that, please?
yes, $21,177,146.40 total expenses. The certified revenue is $21,816,913.13.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Good point. Commissioner's office, we used to have 2 people up front, we now have 1. John, I know you've cut a little bit, staff, and so we're not asking anybody to do anything we're not doing. Okay, anything else? We good?
I think we're good.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Roll call.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
The next resolution I have is the annual appropriations for non-general fund for the 2024 year, beginning January 1st, 2024, and ending December 31st, 2024.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Next resolution authorizing fund transfer to be made to the capital improvements fund for the amount of $2 million.
So move.
We'll second that. Just a little discussion for the public. We have accumulated money in our capital account. This includes for new vehicles, computers, we have a subline in there for that. And our ag building and our EMS buildings. And a few other projects, John, that we have, not to list them. Historically, since I've been here longer than you two, what we've done is there's been accumulation in the capital account, and then I'll give you a classic example. We were gonna move $2.5 million into the capital account for the ag building. And then commissioners, before, we didn't have a firm price on the ag building, so we didn't move the 2.5, okay? Then we got the bid, it was 4.5. Well, we still want to put money in the capital account because we're going to do the ag building. So just because we don't know what the actual cost is, we feel we still need to put it in the capital account. And then when we have it there, we can negotiate. We're not going to spend more than we have, and we're going to be frugal in all our decisions. But it belongs in the capital account because that's what it's going to be used for. And so that's what we're doing. We've moved some extra money laying around into the capital account. It's not to be used for utilities or salaries. It's to be used for these buildings that fall under the commissioner's jurisdiction and things we've been talking about for a long time. So I think, I like the way you're doing it, and I mean the way we're doing it, and the fact that you've identified some vehicles, and we're still working on that. There's more to come with our useful life of vehicles, useful life of computers, when all that comes due, how much all that'll be. That all is in the capital account. So it's just a big number from the public that looks at it, but you can just, ag building, big number, EMS building, a couple more of them, big numbers. Doesn't take long. So that's how we're doing it. Fair statement?
Yes.
You agree?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Okay, next resolution is amending Resolution 23-250, payment of late fees on Columbia Gas accounts ending 015, 0008, and 014, 0009, that was approved on December 14th, 2023. This is a correction for the sewer district. The original resolution was for, I believe, 5 cents over these two accounts. Now the total is roughly, let me do some quick math here, sorry. $2.16 is the total of late fees that could not be removed from Columbia Gas.
Okay.
That was all, you said sewer district, that was 100% out of that, so.
Yeah, I believe it was sewer district.
You can tell it's year end. We're doing all these corrections and cleaning things up. So I make a motion that we approve this.
I'll second.
We vote on it, I guess. Roll
Yeah.
call.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Resolution, reappointing Stephanie Little to the Facility Governing Board for Crossway for a 3-year term. She was previously on the board, and she's just asked to be extend her term. It begins November. It began on November 12th of 2023 and will end November 11th, 2026.
So move.
Second. Thank you for your work, Stephanie. Roll call.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
And the last resolution I have is, I have 2 other ones. Supporting an environmental impact study for the Seneca County General Health District as related to the proposed expansion of the landfill operated by Wind Waste Innovations of Seneca County.
So move.
I'll second. Let's have a little discussion. Dr. West, are you here for this purpose or for just
Another
a...
purpose.
Just
I'm
you
here for
just,
another purpose.
you're hanging out? Okay, thank you. I just wanted, since we're talking about this, so, the Board of Health has voted, has signed a contract, and they're moving forward with an environmental impact study for the entire county. This is a comprehensive study that if we lived in any surrounding county that bordered Ohio, from Michigan to West Virginia to Indiana, right, Dr. West, this would be a requirement. And it would be a requirement by the entity that was asking to expand their landfill. So we have that situation going on. So the Board of Health feels this is needed. Every other state it's needed, but in Ohio, for some reason, it's not only not required, but it's not required to be funded by the expanding agency. Fair statement?
Correct.
So they are moving forward. The Board of Health went to the city of Fostoria, right?
Yes.
And the city of Fostoria supported this action. They came to us, was that last meeting?
Yes.
And gave a nice presentation and asked us to support it. We indicated we would. We send everything off to the prosecutor, which commissioners do, just to make sure we're not doing something we're not allowed to do. And so that's where we're at with this. So we support the health department, the health board in your efforts, and we want to be part of supporting it. I know Commissioner Franker, this is something you're dear to you, so you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, so on this, with the study, it's looking at the county as a whole, not just specific areas. That is correct, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct,
so
yeah.
it's not only just certain areas, but it covers the whole county. And maybe the top 3 things that they look at could be.
We have Dr. West here in the audience.
Might as well come on up and yeah. so that way-
He's the
Yeah.
vice chair of the
Yeah.
Board of Health, and sorry to pick on him,
No,
but
that's all right.
you're looking pretty studious.
Dr. West, Board of Health. Yeah, so this is a comprehensive analysis. Part of the domains will look like is environmental impact, traffic study flow, economic impact. At times, there's been claims at how economic beneficial it is. This will start to put a number or data to, the proposed expansion of the landfill and what that impact might be. Different domains, so it's more of a comprehensive environmental impact study. You are correct. We found through the advisors that the board has retained and the legal counsel that neighboring states would require the applicant, in this case, to fund a study of this nature, and typically that'd be conducted by the state EPA or the EPA equivalent. That is not the case in Ohio, but that doesn't dismiss the importance, no less, of having an environmental impact study proposed and conducted, especially for the extent of the expansion that's before us in this area. So we're building a coalition of partners. You already mentioned Fostoria, of course, the county commissioners. We've reached and working with Loudoun Township as well, so different entities that would be impacted. Tiffin Seneca Economic Partnership, we're also working with them to be a part of that coalition and getting the impact study completed. So
Good.
hopefully that is a definition.
Thank you.
Well, that'd be great, but, TCEP, on board with.
Yeah, I mean, it's our whole county, it's economic development, and they should
That's
That
have
would
the
be a
whole
question
thing.
for Aaron.
Yeah.
I'll speak on it.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thanks for coming up. Anybody, you want to add anything else to this?
Nope, I think we're
Okay, so
good,
we
yeah.
have a first and a second. We vetted it out. Roll call.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Last resolution, setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the Seneca County EMS Station Number 2, the Southwest Station.
So moved.
I'll second that. A little update from your end, Barb.
We will be opening bids at 10 a.m. Thursday, January 18th, 2024. This office, they should be in before that time. RCM is the one taking care of all of our bids, so they will be here to open those for us.
So effective after this vote, any contractor that would like to obtain a packet to bid on EMS2 would contact RCM.
Correct.
They get everything. Bids will be opened here on the 18th. We're pretty excited about it, John. It's the same, pretty much the same building with the door turned, and it'll be on the Seneca Township property that we worked out with them, on County Road 6. That's the location of the building. They're all going to be different. This one we anticipate to be less cost, less site work, that kind of thing. So we'll just have to see how the bids come in, but that'll be station number 2. So we're excited, and in due time, we will be bringing forward station number 3, which will be over in the Green Springs area. We have not found a site to announce or anything like that yet, but that's going to be the next one. You good? Feel good with everything? Roll call?
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes. It's exciting.
That's all I have.
So we approved the budget, we're buying a building, we're building the building. It's been a good meeting.
Merry Christmas.
We will now, we see a few guests in here. We will open the meeting up for public comment. Anyone's welcome to speak. We just ask you state your name and who you're with, and you're welcome to speak. So, Mary Beth, do you have anything?
Not much. I guess my
Good to see
timing's
you.
impeccable today since
This
you
is the
did.
boss of Ohio State Extension.
Mary Beth Albright.
She oversees Tiffin's
Yeah.
operation, so welcome.
So Mary Beth Albright, I'm an area leader with OSU Extension, so I have administrative responsibilities for 5 counties. So I was coming over to see my staff this morning and decided to pop in, so good timing, I guess. Excited to hear about the plans with the building, and again, I plan to do a drive-by since I'm only semi-familiar with Tiffin, so I'll be able to see the site. Just thank you for all of your support. Our staff has a full lineup of programs, and we're very excited about 2024. You've got a small but mighty extension staff in Seneca County. I'm very pleased with the work they're doing, and hopefully we're doing all we can to serve your community. So.
Yeah, and I do want to follow up, I mean, we are fortunate enough, I mean, I'm
Presley's
working-
awesome.
Yeah, Presley, to Katie, to
Yeah.
Aaron, you know,
They're
everybody
awesome.
out there does a fantastic job. I mean, even with your SNAP program, with, those, I mean,
Thank
just
you.
amazing, efficiently run office there, I tell you, that there's not a meeting at Fair Board, Katie's there, Presley's been out in the community, you know, just, a lot of stuff she has coming up here next year, a lot of programs, I mean, you get your weekly update from her and monthly, you know, synopsis, so I mean, yeah, everybody with, we're very fortunate and blessed here in the county to have the team you have out there.
Yeah, and I'll just echo that as a commissioner, so the public knows, we had a period, like a dark period, where the commissioners helped fund one of her people. And then we went into that period of time, when it was a money thing, it was COVID, is it justifiable, and we just had all these questions. And we worked through it. You kind of got involved early with the interviewing process and hiring. We felt that we got a lot of letters, right, from
Yeah.
master gardeners and just all kinds of farmers market and just producers. We just had a lot of support on them that we really need this. So the commissioners took that to heart. You worked with us. You've been up here a couple times. You brought your boss up. We pulled the trigger, and we've had her here for a year now. Has it been?
Not quite.
It'll be a year in May, so
In
she
May, it was
hasn't.
in May, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The process been going on. She started in May, okay. Yeah, and it's in our budget. We funded it. We're happy. It's
Excellent.
we really appreciate the communication back too, to let us know where the tax dollars are being used, and, you know, really all the good things your office does for the community.
She's gearing up for all sorts of pesticide applicator
Yeah.
trainings coming
Yeah.
up.
Training,
It'll be a busy time of year
You
for
still
her.
have,
Transitions
you have a
and-
dairy farm? Don't you have a dairy?
My family does,
Your family
yes,
has-
and Willard.
In Willard, you're operating your dairy farm, right?
My husband would laugh when you say we. It's more he.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I remember. you
So we
guys
milk
did
about
that.
we milk 600 Jersey cows robotically.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine 600 of dairy farm? That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I remember you telling us about that.
Yep.
Good.
So thank you so much.
Yes,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Anything you good?
Yep.
Any other comment? No. Anybody else? Mr. Breidenbaugh.
There's something been bothering me for the last 2 weeks. Last week you talked money, today you're talking money. There's people that aren't born yet that's gonna be sitting in those chairs. That landfill, you're getting money from the landfill. You get a certain amount, I don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. Have you ever thought about taking that money, or some of that money, and putting it into a fund that can't be used for anything else? Because that landfill is going to cost future people in your chairs. There's no doubt about it. It's
Yeah.
absolutely gonna happen. They say it won't, it will happen. And the people in those, your chairs won't have the money to do anything about it. But that area out there is gonna cost the county big money.
But that to us, you don't
Thank
disagree
you.
with that, do you?
Best I make no comment on that one.
Yeah. So the answer is we haven't set aside money for that. The commissioners receive, is it 110,000?
Yeah.
We get about $110,000 a year from the landfill, okay? And currently, we are spending, would we authorize 25,000 of that for legal
Yes.
help? So we haven't done that, and it's not that we can't do that, okay? So, comment noted, okay? Ponder that a little bit. I remember you speaking, they have this liner, it's good for 200 years or whatever, and then your comment was, well, what happens after that?
Yeah.
Right? Because at some point, that, right, you have I don't have the answer to that. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I just been thinking about that. There's gonna be varmints in that area that'll go through that liner.
Yeah.
Good point.
Something will happen. I don't know, I hope I'm talking through my hat, but
Right.
it bothers me.
And that's why I think by what we're helping with, to find out this is environmental impact studies, to figure out, you know, plans and stuff for that part of it, so we know what, you know, try to be preemptive on and decisions like that. So, no, thank you, but yeah, we, loud and clear, we got you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Adam?
Yeah, so I just quickly want to take a moment to thank not only this board, the commissioners generally, but the entire county for their help and cooperation and hard work with us at TSEP this year. You know, earlier this year in the spring, we finished the housing study, and the commissioners have been so incredibly supportive for that not only that project, helping to fund the creation of that study, but to then, you know, help us search for sites, trying to figure out how do we bring housing here into Seneca County and increase that supply in the area. We've been working on, you know, bringing in new manufacturers. Aldridge Electric announced here, and Julie Adkins' work as our auditor has been absolutely great, helping us with that CRA process, making sure that they're getting the tax exemptions that are able to make it more viable for them to do business and do those improvements to the ground here in Seneca County. So it's been great working with you this year. We're looking forward to continuing that relationship into the next year. I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank you and look forward to working with you guys next year. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
So for the public, CRA, with CRA.
Community reinvestment area, it allows for a property tax abatement on any improvements done to a property. So it basically makes it a little bit easier for you to make those upfront investments, lower the burden for a business to come in and do, you know, the work that they need to be a productive facility. We have a lot of them here downtown. We have them out at our industrial parks, this one specifically out at Eagle Rock. So they're very helpful tools, especially when you're making those very large capital investments in the millions of dollars, to make it a little bit easier for businesses to come in, employ our folks, and do business here.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Adam.
I think we kept the funding for TSEP the same this year, didn't we?
Yes.
We didn't cut down, right?
My cat appreciates.
Yeah. You're good, yeah. Thank you, too. Anybody else? Dr. West?
Zach West, Pleasant Township, Seneca County. The primary reason I'm here today is I'm excited to share that I have actually filed and will be seeking office, so I'm candidate West, running for Seneca County Coroner. And I'll be on the primary ballot. Excited to take that next step and to give back to my community and the community I call home. So.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, yes. Awesome.
Anybody else? Hi.
Tyler asked me to bring this in for one of your meetings, and he's not here.
How you doing? Good.
He's
Yeah,
already
good to see
seen it.
you.
And what it is the original deed for my farm My great-great-grandfather purchased it from the government. It's in Seneca Township, and he purchased that in 1829.
You have the original deed.
And this is the
We'll get a
original
copy.
deed signed by Andrew Jackson. It's on sheepskin, it came from the land office in Washington.
You still raising sheep out there?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do, yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a little bit.
yeah.
I'll be darned.
So I thought maybe, if anybody wants to look at it. The way it come about, I was trying to run down Mark Steinmetz because I'd worked with him out at Standard and I knew he was connected with the Seneca County Museum. And I wanted to see about the possibility of getting it restored, whether that'd be a good idea or not. And everybody's kind of lost track of Mark Steinmetz.
I can put you in touch with him.
Tyler recommended I go and
Go down there, yeah.
talk to
Teresa.
Teresa, yeah, Sullivan.
Is she down there now? You know? Today's
Thursdays
Thursday morning?
are usually
She's
the day
off
off.
Thursday.
Thursdays.
Uh,
Fran might be there to be able to,
yeah.
I did talk to somebody there, and Teresa Sullivan wasn't there at that time.
yeah, I think Thursdays is her normal day off,
Yeah.
so.
Andrew Jackson. It's pretty-
Yeah, if you want to
pretty
take a
impressive.
look at it.
Yeah, let's adjourn. We'll adjourn the meeting, then we'll come look at it. Just leave it right there.
Yeah.
We'll end the meeting and,
Yeah, Sherry could probably talk to Sherry a little bit here, just get a little something out for you, so yeah, so.
yeah, Sherry we'll add you to the press release. Anybody else? We good, John? You good? Got the snow trucks ready? Salt,
Salt's loaded.
everything's ready. We're just gonna be 60 degrees Christmas. There you go, we're saving on
Save
fuel.
money, right.
Right now.
Yep, yeah.
It's all good. Okay, thanks for everyone's comments. And this will be our last meeting for 2024. We'll be back. here
2023.
I mean, we'll be back in 2024 on January 4th, right?
Yes.
And almost made it to the end. Yeah, surely you know I'm gonna have something. And so, meeting adjourned. Thank you.